How's it going, everybody? Ian back with another video. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, happy holidays. Looking forward to a new year in 2021. I've been seeing this video a lot today and figured I want to do it. Numerous channels that I've subscribed to have this video. It is 21 books that I want to read in 2021. I'm going to do a little bit different. I want to do 21 series I want to get into in 2021. So I've got 21 books here that are part of different series that I would like to get in, or at least start in 2021. I'm optimistic. These are what I'm going to be focusing on. So hopefully there's not a, hopefully I'll get them all done. So let's get started. I'm going to get started a little bit differently. I'm going to use the ones that are on that I don't own yet. So I've got pictures I found on Goodreads. There's a few on my Kindle that I have. We're starting with, hopefully, this is what stinks about these things, is the glare. So this is Operative 66 by Andy McDermott. Andy McDermott is, his best known works are the Eddie Chase series, Eddie and Nina Wild. They are basically Indiana Jones type novels. This is Operative 66. This is a first in a new series. I just purchased this yesterday on my Kindle for $1. So looking for that. This is going to be my next one that I'm going to read on my Kindle, hopefully in the next week. I have been seeing this book all over the place, and people are saying that this is the next big, like, Game of Thrones type book or a series of novels. This is Evan Winter. Oh, you can't really see that. Evan Winter, The Rage of Dragons. Like I said, I've been seeing this around. This I'm going to be starting hopefully next month or so. In the next month, probably try to find it at Barnes and Noble or my local library. Blood of the Exile by Brian Naslund. I've been seeing this around at my library, and I've been wanting to pick it up for a while. Sorry. This is The Light of the Jedi. This is Star Wars: The High Republic. This is the brand new series coming out, I believe, January 5th. This is by Charles Soule. So Light of the Jedi. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Fate of the Fallen by Kel Cade. Some of these I don't. I've read the back of them, but I can't really tell what they're really about. I can't remember. But I knew that these are definitely on my list. The Bard's Blade by Brian D. Anderson. This one I'm really looking forward to. This is, again, sorry. Anyway, this is Matthew Riley's The Two Lost Mountains, the continuation of the Jack West Jr. series, another Indiana Jones type. What am I trying to say? Oh, sorry, somebody's texting me. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, so it's like an Indiana Jones type book. I've been talking about it a lot, so highly recommend that kind of stuff. All right, let's get back to it. The Embers Blade by Chris Wooding. I have this. I bought this for $2.99 on my Kindle. Chris Wooding wrote the Tales of the Ketty J, like a steampunk series of novels for. Pretty dang good. So I want to see what he can do with straight fantasy. This one is probably number one on my looking forward to reading this. The cover has not been revealed, but it is, and you can't see it, so I'll just tell you. Oh, that annoys me. This is The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. Probably my favorite fantasy author. A very high praise for John Gwynne. He wrote the Faithful and the Fallen series and the Of Blood and Bone trilogy. That is the follow-up to the Faithful and the Fallen series. If you have not read that and you've got that Game of Thrones size hole in your heart waiting for Winds of Winter come out, which who knows, it might never come out. Go and pick up those two series. You'll love it. Those are it for the books on my Kindle, or the books that I don't own yet. Let's start off with The Eye of the World and Robert Jordan's and Brandon Sanderson's Wheel of Time series. This is the number one thing that I need to get through this year. Well, I'm not going to get through all of them this year, I don't think. There's 14 books that we got to read. I'm doing one book a month, so into next year too. Into 2022 is when that series will end, which is really kind of hard to think about that. I started this last night. Just read the prologue just to get a head start here because it's a chunker. Just to think that I will not be done with this series over a year from now. I will not be done with this series. So Robert Jordan's The Eye of the World series is the thing I need to focus on. That's my number one priority. Next, this is The Extinction Machine by Jonathan Mayberry. This is the fifth in the Joe Ledger series. I've got the rest of his books up there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of these books. I want to finish this series this year too. All right, on to Outpost by W. Michael Gear. This is Donovan, book 1. I believe there are 3 of these. Not 100% sure what these are about, but I saw it got some high praise. This is a science fiction novel. Where am I going to put all this stuff? This is pretty heavy for a small book. This is Peter F. Hamilton's Pandora's Star. I believe this is a duology book. And from what I can tell, like this, you need to read Peter F. Hamilton if you're going to break into sci-fi, which I'm starting to get into sci-fi. Haven't read a whole lot of it, but I've heard this is really getting good, so I picked that one up. This one is a little iffy because I'm not sure. I think there's a lot of these books. You can't really see. This is The Magician's Apprentice by Raymond Feist, Raymond E. Feist? I don't know. Sorry. There's a lot of these books, but I at least want to crack this one open this year to see if I like that series. Okay, these next 2 books have been sitting on my shelf probably the longest, and I don't know why I haven't read them. Maybe I'm waiting for Halloween, but that came and gone. So, Wolf's Hour and They Thirst by Robert R. McCammon. And I like Robert R. McCammon. I've read a lot of his books. I really enjoyed Swan Song. In my opinion, that is his best. A Boy's Life was okay for me. I read that last year. But we've got Robert R. McCammon's 2 books here. I need to get those done. I need to read these. All right, we got some fantasy now. The Throne of the Five Winds by S.C. Emmett. Not 100% sure what this is about, but it's got the different viewpoints. The second book of this just came out, so I want to start this series. This one I have not talked about a lot on my channel. Empire in Black and Gold, The Shadows of the Apt, Book 1, Adrian Kachowski. Is that how you say that? I believe this is a trilogy. Nice sword and fantasy novel. This series I have, here's the fun thing about this series. I found this series all at the dollar store. Or at least the first 2 books at the dollar store. I believe that, and this one has been getting a lot of praise, and I've been wanting to read it. And this is usually hardback, almost $30. Got them for $1 a piece, brand new. This is The Emperor's Blade by Brian Staveley. So, and a lot of people have been loving that series. 2 books left. This This I saw on Mike Reads and Reviews channel. Awesome channel. This is Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio. An awesome science fiction read. So I will be looking, and it's a chunker. So high praise for this. Looking forward to picking it up. And the last one, another very highly one that I am waiting to start. This is going to be so what I'm going to do is in between the Wheel of Time series. So I'll read one probably every 2 weeks, or probably because 4 weeks in a month. First 2 weeks will be focused on the Wheel of Time series, but I want to add another fantasy book in there just to cleanse the palate a little bit, because I've heard Wheel of Time can bog down, and you got to definitely pay attention to all that stuff. But so what I'm planning on doing is so I'll read a thriller book. I'll have a book on my Kindle that I read like when I have some downtime out and about. So I got the thriller books, which are right now are going to be the Jonathan Mayberry series. So I'm going to focus on that. Those are my thrillers the next few months. And then I'm going to add Andy McDermott's Operative 66 in there next week, just to get that, because Andy McDermott, what he releases, it goes to the top of the line. And then this series, which are 2 books, and I've showed this last week or so. What was I saying? So yeah, I'll have the Wheel of Time series that a book that I'm reading in a month, and then I'm going to add another fantasy series or another fantasy book in that month. The next up is The Legacy of Ash by Matthew Ward. I have his second book up there too, so I have 2 books for the next 2 months to read. And that's it. That's my 21 series that I would like to read in 2021. Thank you all for watching. Here's to 2021. Hopefully it is going to get better, and it will. It will. Y'all keep your head down and you just keep going. Have a good one, everybody.